Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm here with one of my childhood best friends, Denny. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name's Danny. I don't actually go to school here, but we will make this YouTube video.
Yeah, so today me and Danny are just gonna be reflecting on our growth, on our self improvement over the years, and we're just gonna be having a nice little conversation with some guided questions. Wanted to try something different, so go ahead and get started. With the first one, what moment or experience made you realize you needed to change?
You want to take this one?
I mean, we're both gonna answer, but I can go first if you want. Alright, I think
Go
for
ahead.
me, was definitely COVID, the lockdown, because I felt I wasn't like necessarily obese or anything, but I definitely was chubby, and I just felt like I'd been so consumed and just hanging out and not really caring about my body, about my mental state, or like I haven't been doing anything for myself. I was just worried about living life in the moment, having fun, but that wasn't getting me anywhere. And I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, I want to come back from this like lockdown and just be a different person. I want to like have that change so I can be like, wow, like what happened to this dude over this time period? And that's what really like started me on wanting to improve myself and become a better version.
Yeah, I was gonna go kind of along the same lines, but not really COVID. It was probably a little after that I realized like, man, like I'm really not in the shape that I really want to be. I'm not like really putting forth any effort. I'm kind of just, cruising through and not really like taking care of myself. I think like senior year of high school, it it kind of hit me. I was like, man, like these past couple years, like I don't really try to dress. I don't really work out, and I think after that, I was like, okay, like something really needs to change. So now I think after like a couple years of working out, it's been great progress.
Oh, ooh, yes, sir. All right, so building on to that, what do you think has been the hardest habit to build, and how do you stay consistent?
Oh, hardest habit to build is definitely consistency. Consistency also kind of tying in with discipline. You know, not only like having to show up and like for the gym specifically, you're not experiencing like results immediately. So you have to sit there and show up for yourself as well, so that one day you finally start seeing the goal that you're hoping of like reaching. Like even now after like years, I'm not where I want to be, but when I take a look back at how much progress I've made, and like I look back at pictures of what I used to look like, I'm definitely happy that every day that I showed up and it was uncomfortable, that I'm grateful for it now.
Most definitely. It's like you grow when you're uncomfortable, so you should embrace it instead of just always seeking to be comfortable. Now, for me, I think the hardest habit I've built is probably maintaining a journal because it's so powerful having an outlet where you can express your thoughts, you can track your habits, you can do your to do list. It's such a useful tool that's like a part of my daily life. And even now, sometimes I'll miss a day and not journal or not update my habits. But what's important, I think, when it comes to being consistent, is sometimes you have a bad day, you won't be able to make it. But just like you have to vote to make a habit, you should never let that happen twice. So that's always been my golden rule. If I mess up once, if I skip a day for something uncertain happen, like maybe I had a flat tire or something, I always want to make sure don't miss 2 days in a row because then I'm being consistent with being inconsistent, which is never what I want. Because as Danny says, the results really come when you show over a long period of time. And the gym example is like great because you could live for 30 days, you might see something, but the real progress is like 5 years down the line when you look back on you're like, dang, I started lifting when I was 18. And now like I'm so glad the way I look. And it's not even doing it for the girls or anyone else in your life. It's just doing it so you can feel better in your own skin because when you have that extra self confidence, you're gonna go out there and conquer the world, you're gonna go seize the day. Yeah. Alright, so moving on to our third question. how do you deal with setbacks or days where you don't feel motivated?
I'm still on the like I think I found a solution that works because this has been like a I- I'll be honest, like it's kind of like an ongoing battle, but the best thing I've found to help me specifically is to not give myself time to like think about it, if that makes
Mm,
sense. So if there's like I I notice myself that I overthink a lot. So if I'm giving myself a chance to think about how maybe how annoying it's going to be to have to do this, or like how much work and effort I actually have to put through, but I'm like extremely lazy right now, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. So like if I have a task to do, just get up and do it, because then I'm not giving my mind a chance to like say no or like back out of it.
most definitely. I remember I saw something about that. I think it was not Steve would do it. One of the guys who filmed with David Dobrik, and they asked him like, "How do you do these crazy dares when they ask you?" And he's like, "I don't think about it. I have a mental countdown. I'm like one,
Mhm.
two, three, go," and then he just goes. And that's how he's able to like conquer the fear and like not have to think about all those negatives. And it's very interesting you brought up the negatives because that's kind of how you introduce or remove habits. Let's say you want to make the gym more consistent, like you want to make it a daily thing. You shouldn't think of like, oh, there's gonna be like 20 minutes of traffic. Then I have to wait for the bench. Oh, then the dumbbells are gonna be gone. Like if you start thinking of it like that, it's gonna be so much harder to go to the gym. Versus if you're like, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna get a crazy pump, I'm gonna look sick, I'm gonna be jacked. Then
Exactly.
like it gets you motivated and it gets you going. So I think mindset is very important. And then let's see, for me, how do I deal with my setbacks? I think the best way that I've noticed is either to journal about it or to go sweat it out. There's like no better feeling. Like you could be hungover, you could be sad, you could be angry, you could be whatever. If you go sweat, you will always feel better. Your body feels so much better when you release like all that toxicity out of your body, like just through sweat, and then your endorphins are running, so you always feel good. So I feel like that's my go-to way, especially in the last 4 years. Whether it's I go play volleyball or I go lift or I go just be outside, like it helps you clear your mindset and realize that regardless of what happens today, you know, time still keeps moving. You have another day. You have another chance to improve and fix it. You know, it's not the end of the road. There's still more going on. And just one setback doesn't define who you are as a person because you have tomorrow to prove and show up who you want to be. Because it's not about who you are now, it's where you're going and who you want to be. But yeah, so
That's
I quickly brought up mindset. So, what mindset shift changed everything for you?
like
I can go first, for example. So,
okay.
the one that really did it for me is that no one's coming to save me. Like it's either I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go lift, I'm gonna go and learn how to make my money work for me. I'm gonna go and be disciplined and build these habits that I want because no one's gonna do it for me. I'm not gonna have my mom telling me get your ass up and go to the gym. Right? That's my choice. I'm an adult now, and I'm not gonna have anyone begging me to do these things that are gonna make me a better person. It's up to me to have the drive because I have two choices, right? I could either choose the hard thing now, get myself up, go lift, go take care of my body, make myself run, make myself do these things which will make me a better person, or I can choose to take it easy. I can play video games all day, I can eat junk food, I can just go out drinking every weekend. But then the hard is gonna come later. So it's about choosing your hard. And I'd rather do the hard thing now because it disciplines me to be able to face tougher things in life. And it makes me more resilient.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of I guess I say specifically men, but the biggest shift from like going from a boy to a man is realizing exactly what you just said, that nobody is coming to save you. Like it really falls upon you and only you to go out there, put in the hard work if you really want it. Because if you really want it bad enough, you're gonna like do everything in your power. And that's honestly um that's honestly my like my mindset shift is that I had to understand this I had to understand this the hard way, I guess. I can't like nobody's gonna like when I'm growing up, nobody's gonna go to work for me. Nobody's gonna wash my dishes for me. Nobody's gonna like do all these things. Like it's gonna have to be on me, disciplining myself in order to achieve the things that I want to achieve. So
Uh, Most definitely, because at one point, especially when you move out, at one point it's literally all you. There's no
hmm
one else, so
yep,
it really does
it's
come down to
gonna
that.
it
There for
does.
nothing at the end. But all right, and then we have our final question here. If you could go back and give your past self advice, what would you say?
That's a good one. There's like so many things I could say for this.
Yeah, I'll rip it first because I think I have a good feeling what I
You
want to
know,
say. I'd tell my younger self to go try everything, to not be afraid of anything, to go live life, be outside, be off your phone, get off the computer, go out there and have those experiences, meet people and have fun. Like I said, those experiences, even if they're not all good experiences, you will have bad experiences. That's part of life. Everyone has bad days, everyone has bad experiences. Either way, you will learn. You learn by going out there, by facing these things, by dealing with people. So get yourself out there, and it's okay. Not everything's gonna go your way, but that's part of the lesson. Sometimes things go your way and you learn, okay, I need to do this again. Sometimes you fumble the bag and things do not go your way, but that's also something you have to learn what to do and what not to do. So get out of your shell and go embrace that. Like we said, the uncertainty. Go out there and challenge life. Have these rare experiences and learn and grow.
that's a good one. I'm kind of going off of going along the lines of what you said, but I was gonna say don't let temporary hardship like stop you from working towards the goal that you're achieving. Um, one of the things that you already know about is that I used to play volleyball like a long time ago as a
Yeah.
kid, and it was really hard because when I was in that small little club team, I was the youngest one there, so which means I was also the shortest one there. Everybody else is like much more taller, much more older. They swing harder, and it was like really it was really disheartening at times. Like, man, like I don't really think I'm good enough to like play here. And so eventually, like I think after like 1 or 2 years, I stopped playing. And then now, like when I'm older, I was like, damn, bro, like I think we started playing volleyball like 3 years ago, or four, maybe
For
four.
me, it's more like four-ish. For you, might be like three. But yeah, somewhere around
Yeah,
there. Yeah, yeah.
it's somewhere around there, right? And like now I look back at it and I'm just like, damn, bro, like if I had just kept going instead of just like quitting, like I who knows where I could be right now. If, like I don't want to say it, but maybe I could have been playing like D1 if I just kept playing or
Yeah.
not. So
Hey, man.
and now I have to live with the thought that like I'll never know.
Yeah.
So I definitely don't let like a couple of setbacks, you know, stop you from, taking what's yours.
Very much so. Yeah, as Naruto would say, I'm never gonna give up. Believe it.
Believe it.
Essentially.
That's true.
But yeah, so these are our five questions, little conversation. Leave a comment if you like this type of video and I should invite other guests, or if you guys like Danny, I'll bring him back again for another episode. And
I'll
yeah,
probably be back.
yeah. Other than that, hope you enjoyed the video and you take care. Have a great day.